guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how I am making my own anchor trolley system for my kayak. So let me show you what I got rigged up so far. And for anybody wondering, I have the Pelican Premium 100 XP Angler, I believe is what it's called. This is what I got here. I do have an actual seat riser right here that I made myself, but I might talk about that in another video. Today we're talking about the anchor system, and you can see here that I've already got something set up. So I'll show you what I did so far. So this is the front of the kayak right here, and right here on the side I actually installed a rope loop. You can find these at Lowe's Hardware or Home Depot, and they also sell kits for kayaks at Academy. I believe the company Kayak makes them. But basically I drilled it right here so it will hold the paracord of the system in place. And I'll show you the rear side as well. And the rear end of the kayak, we got the same deal. Another rope loop right here doing the same exact thing. So what I did was I looped the paracord around both ends, and then I pulled the ends to the middle here and then tied them to this brass ring. Now the reason I got a brass ring is because brass does not rust. So I got a brass ring, I tied both ends to it, and you'll notice since it was looped on both rope loops, it can move back and forth like that. So that's the purpose of the anchor trolley. It can move to either end of the kayak, and essentially you can move wherever your anchor is located, and it'll also control what the wind will do to your kayak. So if you want to face one way, you can obviously adjust your anchor accordingly. I've got a carabiner on here, and you will see why in a second. Alright, so I have one of these. I don't even know what you call this, but it floats, and it's also going to be used as a spool for my anchor line. So you'll notice there's two lines attached here. I tied this one as my anchor line, and then this one, which is a little bit thinner, as a line that'll actually attach to my anchor trolley system. So I've taken that and made a loop right here, and I did burn the knot with a lighter a little bit so it won't come apart at all. And so that will attach right here to the carabiner. So here I've got a 3-pound anchor, and what I'm actually going to do is take a zip tie and just basically hold this together, because it just kind of increases the risk of it getting caught on something whenever it's extended like that. So we're gonna tie a zip tie around it real quick. All right, so I got that done. I did have to use 2 zip ties, but it works just the same. So now all that's left is I just have to tie the actual anchor line to the anchor, and that'll be it. So I've got a good solid knot tied here, and now I'm gonna show you just what I meant earlier by burning the actual knot. So you'll see there's a loose end right there. So I'm going to take the lighter and burn that, and you'll see it'll just kind of singe. It'll singe the ends here. It'll basically make it hardened, and this will essentially keep it from fraying any further. So it'll seal those ends good and make it nice and tough. All right, so that should be good for the end. I'm also going to do the same thing to the knot. Not too much, just enough to kind of make it a little bit stronger though. So I'm all finished putting together the anchor trolley system for the kayak, and I'll show you how that'll hopefully work in just a second. But first, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, subscribe. I mean, you are stopping by because you want to put something together for your kayak, and guess what? I'm going to be doing fishing videos in the future on my kayak. It'll be pretty fun, and I'm really trying to hit that 100 subscriber mark, so I would appreciate it if you subscribe. All right, so this is hopefully how it's going to work here. I'm going to first drop my anchor, and then I'm going to throw this out, which is also going to act as just kind of the marker for where the anchor is. So I'll drop that, and the weight of the anchor is going to unspool this until it hits the bottom. So it will still be floating, as it's unraveling, and it'll mark where the actual anchor is. So essentially, I can have the anchor positioned at the back if the wind is going to be blowing one way, and then positioned all the way to the front if it's going to be blowing the other way. So that way I can kind of position where I'm fishing according to the wind. But let's say I want to face this way and I'm fishing this way. So I'd want to put the anchor up here if the wind is blowing towards me, right? Because the anchor's positioned here, the kayak is going to be kind of pivoting around that point where the anchor's at. So if the wind is blowing this way, I'll still be facing this way, and it'll kind of help me avoid getting pushed around by the wind. All right, so that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned something, and hopefully it'll help you out with your kayak projects in the future. But that is my new kayak. You guys haven't seen it before. This is what I'm going to be using hopefully come springtime, or maybe even a warm day this winter. But stay tuned for plenty of those videos, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time.